Remember, cross your leg in order to avoid downward movement of energy. The second one, make your back and head straight but relaxed. The wings, make it as natural as possible. Position your hand as relaxed as possible. If your religion require you to put your hand in a certain position, it is perfectly okay, as long as you are peaceful and relaxed. The rest, you may follow my own guide. We are going to meditate now. As I keep sharing from one guided meditation to another guided meditation, in the more advanced level, to meditate is to take a perfect rest in this moment as it is. Especially because the seeds of peace and the seeds of perfect enlightenment is already there within you. No need to seek it outside, no need. The best thing to do is to rest the mind in this moment as it is. To put the idea of rest in a more practical way, simply feel the gap between two breaths, between in-breath and out-breath, between out-breath and in-breath. There is a gap. No need to hold the breath, no need. No need to shorten, no need to prolong the breath. Simply breathe as natural as possible. The most important thing to do, feel the gap between two breaths. The quality that you meet in the gap between two breaths, it is like the quality of the space. Anything can grow and glow in the space without duality at all, without bad good, without sad glad, without wrong right. That is the quality that you meet on the gap between two breaths, the quality of the space. Whenever the mind jumps from one memory to another memory, don't blame the mind. Do not judge the mind. Simply bring the mind back to the gap between two breaths. As some of you know already, in the moment when you bring the mind back to the breath, that is the moment of enlightenment. Let me repeat once again, no need to blame No need to blame the jumping mind. No need to feel guilty because of having jumping mind. Simply bring the mind softly back into the gap between two breaths. Remember, in the moment you bring your mind to the gap between two breaths, that is the moment of enlightenment. Some of you who are well devoted to God, everything that happens in this universe is the dancings of the same God. Everything, sad, glad, bad, good, everything are part of the same dancings of the same God. For that reason, rest the mind on the gap between two breaths. What the brain calls as right or wrong, false or true, higher or lower, that is only the way of the brain to understand reality. It is not the true reality. That is the way of the brain to understand reality. The seed of inner healing beginning to grow, the seed of inner beauty and inner enlightenment beginning to grow, when you are no longer being dictated by the brain. You begin to rest the brain in this moment as it is, especially by resting the mind on the gap between two breaths. Quoting from the ancient scripture from the land of snow, Tibet, the dry season does not reduce the amount of water in the universe. Raining season does not increase the amount of water in the universe. The same thing happened to sad, glad, sorrow, joy, pain, pleasure. They do not increase anything, they do not decrease anything. Rest the mind on the gap between two breaths. You are neither sad nor glad. You are neither sadness nor happiness. You are the witness in the middle. That is precisely what I mean by meditation. Being a witness in the middle. Some of you who learn energy know most of illness, pain come from the energy draining from the mind, especially because someone having a lot of inner conflict. As soon as you rest the mind on the gap between two breaths, by then the energy draining from the mind will be totally stopped. Rest the mind on the gap between two breaths. That is precisely how to stop the energy draining from the mind. It is enough spending time to be the servant of the mind. It is enough. That is one of the important root of suffering. Now learn to become the master of your mind, especially by being a witness in the middle. Pain, pleasure, sorrow, joy, glad, sad, blame, praise, they are all like a flowing water in the river. They keep changing all the time. Pain, pleasure, night, day, sadness, happiness. They are like water flowing in the river. You are not those flowing water. You are a peaceful witness in the bank of the river. If you hear any voice in your place, it can be the voice of motorcycle, alarm car, or maybe the karaoke of in your neighborhood. Use those disturbing sound as holy bell to return back to the gap between two breaths. That is what I mean by the darkness outside does not giving birth to the darkness inside. On the contrary, the darkness outside giving birth to the beautiful light inside. Use any sound, no matter how disturbing they are, as holy bell to return back to the gap between two breaths. Remember, in the moment when you bring the mind back to the gap between two breaths, that is the moment of enlightenment. In the past, the idea that meditation heals, the idea that meditation opened the gate of peace, it was only written in the ancient scripture. But nowadays, in our cycle of time, it has been widely researched by using the advanced technology like MRI, EEG machine which measure the wave of the brain. Meditation does not only heal you, but also open the gate of peace. The more you rest the mind on the gap between two breaths, The more you guide your brain from beta to alpha, from alpha to theta, from theta to delta. Enlightenment usually happens in the wave of delta. Rest, beautiful soul, rest. Excuse me, rest. Whatever that happen in this moment, use it as holy bell. Whatever that happen in this moment, like cough, numbness, anything that can disturb you in this moment, use it as holy bell to return back to the gap between two breaths. At the same time, always remember, everything that happened is part of the dancings of the same God. No need to blame your cough, no need to blame your numbness, no need to blame your bad memory. They are all part of the same dancings of the same God. They are all part of the same smile of the same Buddha, if you like. Let me repeat once again, since this is very important. The more you rest the mind on the gap between two breaths, the more you guide the brain from beta to alpha, from alpha to theta, from theta to delta. And enlightenment mostly happens in the wave of delta. Rest the mind on the gap between two breaths. As dolphin beautified the ocean by being the dolphin, as butterfly beautify the garden by being butterfly, you are beautifying the life by being yourself as you are. No part of yourself need to be removed. No part of yourself need to be improved. Simply rest the mind in this moment as it is. That is the essential part of meditation. That is the innermost core of meditation. Rest the mind on the gap between two breaths. Here in Ashram Avalokiteshvara, we hear the voice of motorcycle in the long distance. Use any sound in your place as holy bell to return back to the gap between two breaths. At the same time, always keep in the heart. In the moment when you bring the mind back to the gap between two breaths, That is the moment of enlightenment. The more you rest the mind on the gap between two breaths, the less inner conflict that you have, the less inner tension that you have. Consequently, you will invite less conflict from outside. You will invite less tension from outside. Another approach of resting the mind is beautiful smile. It does not matter what happened in this moment, from numbness until bad memory. Simply smile. At the same time, always remember to return back your mind to the gap between two breaths. Smile, beautiful soul, smile. Smile, clearly indicating that you are no longer a victim in life. Smile is clearly indicating that you are a master to your life. Smile, beautiful soul, smile. No one judges your smile. You will become much more beautiful when you have smile in your lips. At the beginning, smile is only something to do with your lips. As you grow deeper, smile is something to do with your mind. As you grow deeper and deeper again, is something to do with your heart. Any sound can appear in your place. Smile. Return back to the gap between two breaths. Anything can happen to your body, from numbness, bad memory, until guilty feeling. Smile. Remember to return back to the gap between two breaths. I give you two approach of resting the mind. First, rest the mind on the gap between two breaths. Secondly, smile. The third and the last one is silence. Quoting from the great poet Jalaluddin Rumi, silence is the only language of God. The rest is only poor translation. Now, learn to rest your mind in the depth of silence. Quoting from Rumi, silence is the only language of the God. The rest is only poor translation. Before proceeding to the following step, let me summarize the idea of resting the mind. I give you 3 steps in resting the mind. First, fill the gap between 2 breaths. Secondly, no matter what happens, simply smile. The deepest part is silence. Jalaluddin Rumi was through when concluding, silence is the only language of God. The rest is only a poor translation. Now we grow further in meditation, learning to forgive, especially because without forgiving, soul will never grow and glow. To a certain degree, we all committed mistake in the past. We all committed mistake. Especially our innocence part, our ignorant parts committed a lot of mistake in the past. But no worry, wisdom will pay it back. And one of the beautiful face of the wisdom is forgiving. Now learn to forgive. First of all, visualizing the crying baby on your left hand. It is the symbol of your soul wound from the past, bad memory. It can be being harmed by the parent, being bullied by school friends, being left behind by boyfriends, and any kind of bad experience from the past. Call them and visualize as the crying baby on your left hand. I used to call him as the crying Brahma. Now, first of all, forgive yourself. It is perfectly okay to commit any mistake, especially in childhood. It is perfectly okay. Now hug your crying baby on your left hand. Give him or her space without any resistance at all. Because those memories, soul wound, they are part of you. They are not your enemy. They are part of you. They make you much more mature, like what you have today. Hug the crying baby on your left hand. It is your own soul wound, your own bad memories of the past. Now visualize the second crying baby on your right hand. The soul wound of the people who wounded you in the past. It can be your parent, it can be your boyfriends, it can be your enemy, whoever. In order to make the rose of forgiving beautifully bloom within, please deeply contemplate. It was not violence who made the others harm you in the past. It was not violence. It was soul wound. It is not only you who were wounded. The person who wounded you also being wounded even worse. In order to open the gate of compassion, Those people who wounded you in the past, they try to heal themselves by blaming and attacking the others. As a result, they do not get the medicines. They even consume another more poison. That is how to open the gate of compassion. That is how to make the rose of forgiving beautifully blossom within. And in the moment of forgiving those people who harm you in the past, they might not change, but the quality of your mind, the quality of your heart certainly change in the moment of forgiving. Certainly. Now visualize the crying baby on your left hand, your soul wound, giving beautiful rose of forgiving to the crying baby on your right hand. It is not only opening the gate of healing, it is also opening the gate of ultimate peace. In order to perfect your soul journey, now we call the white light of Father from the sky, entering your crown chakra. Some of advanced spiritual traveler you will see using your naked eyes. Using your naked eyes, that the white light come from the sky, entering your crown chakra. It is not only imagination. You see it using your naked eyes. Secondly, the red light of Mother from earth, entering yourself through the first lower chakra. They both meet in the fourth chakra of the heart, giving birth to the pink light of love. Now that beautiful pink light of love surrounding your whole body, giving the energy of healing and peace to every single cell of your body. Share the beautiful light of love to every single cell of your body. Now share the light of love to the close one. It can be your husband, wife, children, close family, spiritual friends, whoever who are very close to you. Send all of them the energy of love. Those who have illness, hopefully they will get healthy medicine. Those who are hungry, hopefully they will find nice food. Those who are thirsty, they will find beautiful drink. In short, hopefully they are all be happy. Now share the light of love to your enemies, to those people who harm you in the past. Actually, they are not your enemy. They are your hidden teacher. They are your hidden angel. They are here to make you much more mature. Now send all of your enemy the light of love. Now send the light of love into the lower, middle, and higher realm. from hell, setan, gumatat gumitit, animal, plant, mamadi, virus, especially the great bodhisattva coronavirus, human being, demigods, gods, dharma protector, ancestor, realm of arahat, realm of bodhisattva. Send all of them the energy of healing, happiness and peace. May all beings are happy. May all beings are happy. May all beings are happy, free from suffering. Sabbi sata bhavantu sukhitata. Sabbi sata bhavantu sukhitata. Sabbi sata bhavantu sukhitata. As soon as you open the eyes, remember to whisper the beautiful mantra of Aham Prema 3 times, meaning I am love who is here to share love. Aham Prema, Aham Prema, Aham Prema. I am love who is here to share love. Thank you very much, beautiful friends, spiritual seeker wherever you are.